Welcome to part 2 of how I prepped to hike from Mexico to Canada. One of the biggest things we had to sort out was financials and life logistics. We spent so much time here on the couch just making sure things like automatic payments were set up on credit cards, canceling unnecessary subscriptions, and just making sure everything was squared away with our living situation, cars, and things like that. This was honestly probably the most stressful part of prepping. Actually, I lied. The most stressful part was having to put in our notices with our jobs. But once we finally did it, it was honestly a huge relief, and we had about a week at home just to get things ready. So as we got into the final days before we left for trail, we had final gear shopping, like getting some travel-sized toiletries and making our first aid kits. And we basically tornadoed in our living room, making sure that we had all the gear we needed and everything was prepped exactly how we needed it. This of course included loading our bear cans up with stickers. But we also did some more practical things, like spraying our clothes with permethrin to protect from ticks and bugs. Alright, that's part 2 of how I prepped for the PCT. Follow along for the third and final part.